Welcome to Level M Diecast, ladies and gentlemen. Today we do have a little bit of a diorama. This is a Mijo Exclusives new setup from Greenlight. This is the UPS store. This is a little bit of a different flavor than Greenlight has typically done with these kind of garage mechanics sets. They do call them the mechanics series right here. So they've done, like, classic gas stations. They've done some shops. This is more of the style that they used for the police stations. So these things come essentially completely assembled, 99% assembled. There's really nothing else you got to do. I did pick this up for 30 bucks. It's pretty average retail, anywhere from about 25 to 30 bucks. Nothing fancy as far as the box is concerned. It is a Mijo exclusive though, so if you do have a retail location that somehow carries these mechanic sets from Greenlight, they probably won't have this particular one, but we're going to take a look at this one. We're going to see if this one is worth the hype, so to speak. So slide it out of the box. We'll get the box out of here. We don't need to keep the box. It does come in a plastic two-piece thing, just like this. This is exactly how they always come. The top just pops off. You lift the diorama type thing out of it, and then there is always one extra piece. This one happens to be taped in, so a couple pieces of tape. This is a roof section. This is die cast. This roof is actually quite heavy, to be honest with you. So we'll go ahead and slide this out. We'll throw that back with the plastic. I do keep the plastic just in case I want to put the diorama away at any point in time. So we'll throw the plastic back on there, get that off the studio. There we go. So this is our UPS store. So we'll move our camera here in a second. We'll take a look at this. So this is set up for, this is kind of the front area, I guess, where you would park. It is just tan painted, which is weird. It's not black or anything. It's not asphalt, which I don't like. I really would have wished this to be black so that it would be asphalt. Maybe a couple of lines. It's really small though, so they do have 2 parking spots set up, but I can tell you the parking spots are very, very, very small. And then this would be like your street edge. So you do have a sidewalk there. It is printed up. Looks pretty good. Couple of cracks integrated in there. Nothing fancy. Big UPS store on the back. I really like the details for the the brick details and stuff like that. It looks pretty good. The prints on there look pretty good as well. On this side, this says employee entrance only. So this essentially would more than likely be where the package truck would pick it up. This does open up. I think it just slides. There we go. So this slides open like that as the gate. This was originally meant to be like the holding area for a police station, which was the original version of this mold. It's meant to be a police station. So you park your squad cars or whatever in there. That's where you would drive in when you brought somebody who's cuffed in before you take them into the police department. But this is metal. The sliding door is metal, which is kind of weird. The rest of this entire thing is plastic, but the sliding door is metal. I think that's just for aesthetic purposes, if touching it and feeling it and using it. So it looks pretty good. I can tell you that there's a big sticker on the side here. This is an entire sticker. You can see there was a giant air bubble in it, which is kind of smoothed out a little bit, but there's still a little bit of air bubbles to it, which is not that big a deal. You're gonna have to pop that to get the air bubble out of it, but it's okay. It's just a big giant sticker. This is printed though on this side, and then there is some details for the front door. Try to get that in there. Very interesting to very difficult to get that on there. It does say notary, shredding, printing, lockers, and packaging. The UPS store. This does not open. It's not an opening door or anything. It's simply there for looks. The windows on the side. There is prints on the inside. It says pack and ship solutions on this side. This side, which is to the front door, does say print shop. There's a couple of printers there, which are enormous. Those printers are enormous, like enormously not to scale. And then there's your 24-hour mailboxes, which are pretty close to scale. The door on this side is pretty big. You see there's another giant air bubble on this side as well. So it's just, they're put together in production. So it's unfortunate. There's a giant air bubble in there. So it doesn't look all that good, but that can be rectified. It's just kind of a pain in the butt. And then this side here, that is print. So the outside walls here are print. The inside wall here is a sticker for some reason. And then there is some details on the bottom. Just want to show that in the back there. It does say temperature 67 degrees. So those are supposed to be like the screens you would see while you're waiting to check out. There is a little bit of print on the desks, or there's like some tables in here. These are pretty sturdy. They're plastic. They're molded in there. They're quite sturdy, actually. It's definitely not to scale. If you have some Greenlight figures, they're not going to look all that well in there. It's just a very tall building as well. So that is a bit unfortunate. It doesn't come apart or anything like that. It is assembled as is. And then as far as the bottom here, there's really nothing there. These things don't connect together either. So if you have more of these kind of UPS store, or I'm sorry, these mechanics set things, they don't mix together. Now, this is the roof section. This is die cast. It's actually quite heavy. There's quite a bit of metal to it. This is meant to just be the roof section. So this is going to sit here. It does have little notches on the inside, so it fits very, very nicely. As a matter of fact, unless you turn it over, it's not going to fall out. So if you want to just have it setting in there like this, it's not going to go anywhere. That way you can set up your diorama in case you don't want to see the inside of the store. You don't have to see the inside of the store, so that's kind of cool. So now if you want to set up your diorama, we'll get the camera down a little bit so we can get a little bit better shot of this. A little bit crooked there, I do apologize. So this is kind of the way it's going to be set up. So if you are a customer and you're coming in and you're bringing in your nice custom Ram and you want to drive up to the front, you can see that it's actually quite enormous. So it's a very, very large piece. So it doesn't really fit two cars. If you want to put two cars there, it's not really going to work. It's not too bad, but you see how small those parking spots are. They just don't work all that well. If you want to try to park two cars there, good luck getting inside of the building because it's just not going to happen. So that's a little bit unfortunate. Now, if you want to load your packages up, or if you're the UPS driver and you bring it in your truck, you can certainly back your truck in here so that you can load your stuff up. But again, you won't be able to get a vehicle in right there, which is unfortunate. So it's a little bit off scale, but if you pick up one of those American Diorama courier sets where they have a couple of figures which look exactly like UPS delivery drivers, they have a little bit of a two-wheel cart as well. You set those up with this guy right here. And of course, the guy does have an opening door in the back. So if you want to display it with the door open, you know, load some packages and stuff in there, maybe have them off to the side a little bit, maybe have some people walking around, but that looks pretty good. You can also have, you know, two trucks there if you want to bring in a couple of extra trucks. Maybe one of the freight drivers stopped by as well. He's going to park on the street. And then if you're feeling retro style, you can always bring in the old school UPS with the old school UPS box truck. This would be the bulk truck, as they amply call it. So if they had just a ridiculous amount of stuff to load up, which is exactly this time of year, you can just back that up in there. And that looks pretty good as well. So it's a cool thing. It looks okay. The functionality is a little weird with it, but and the scale's a little bit off at it, but it looks okay. It fits the part. It does what it's supposed to do. But it's very, very, very straightforward. It's definitely for somebody who wants to set up a diorama for sure. And it's pretty cool that Greenlight's already got a ton of UPS equipment to go along with it. So there you go. That is the UPS store, Mijo exclusive. Pretty cool. You can pick that up anywhere online for the most part, or maybe you have a local hobby shop that has picked it up. Maybe they order from Mijo exclusives, which would be pretty cool. But you know, drop a comment. Let me know what you think about that. Let me know if you think this is a good thing. Maybe Greenlight coming out with some more building type things rather than garages or, you know, gas stations and stuff like that. I think this is kind of cool. It's kind of cool. Just the effort's there. The execution's not perfect, but we'll take what we can get. So we're pretty happy with that. So we're going to roll out. Appreciate you guys. Thank you very much. Don't forget to subscribe. Come back. More diecast as always here on Level M. Peace.